got an hour at the house featuring Beau Williamson.
Yo, 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 what's up?
I hope I'm saying your last name right.
Yeah, Williamson. That's just a regular ass English name. Should be pretty easy.
It works, dude. It works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again, I got you the glass. I don't know if you want to use the glass or not. You like cans?
I mean, I can use the glass and we look like we're sophisticated or something.
I'm telling you, the taste is like game changer from
wow.
can to glass.
All right. Yeah, I'll pass it.
I don't drink that much, I swear. It's just one of those things I tried and I was like, oh shit, okay.
It's fine. I drink a lot, so it's all good. No shame, baby.
So my dude, we were kind of talking previously before we started this, but I will dive into it a little bit for everybody else that's unaware. Some of the groups that you're in and the projects you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm in a like new metal kind of revival band called Myiasis. We started like late 2018, early 2019, and then I also just recently joined in as of last fall Sionis, which is an Edmonton-based like a metalcore band. So yeah, those are kind of my two main focuses right now musically.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. And I mean, it's coming along pretty good for you, hey?
Yeah, Myiasis, we've been gaining some big traction. Last year was a really awesome year for us. Like, we don't really have a ton of music released right now. We're working on an album, but we were just playing shows left, right, and center, all over Edmonton, Red Deer, anywhere we could, really. Yeah, so that's going good. Like I said, we're kind of focusing on the album now, but we do have a few shows coming up. And then, yeah, Sionis... yeah, that's been rocking. We've been playing all over the place, and those guys are just insane, like, as far as their drive. And, yeah, like, we're constantly trying to book stuff, write stuff, record stuff, everything. So, yeah, we just went on, like, a little mini tour at the beginning of March. We did, like, Edmonton, Red Deer, Saskatoon. We're going to be playing Loud as Hell. We're, like, we like, release a new single every 3 months. And we're also going to start trying to record an album congruently while also doing the single thing. And so, yeah, it's like insane. So very, very busy. But, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm loving it. I thought I was going to be, like, burnt out here. But, hey, I'm still going and I'm still loving it. So, yeah, just going to keep it up. And, yeah hopefully I can just keep that energy going. And, yeah, so.
That's awesome, dude. And I must say, you're surrounded by, like, to each of their genres, that some of the most talented people in the scene.
Yeah, between Myiasis and Sionis, yeah, all those guys are insane. Writers, musicians, yeah. So I'm super, super lucky to be just to be amongst that. I remember like back when I was younger in bands in like high school and shit. I'd be like trying to like write like whole songs and writing guitar, writing drums and stuff, and kind of like wanted total control. Like I have this vision and da 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 da. And then like later, once I just start getting together with these guys, like they will just literally write the most amazing fucking shit. And then they're just like, hey, put some vocals on. I'm like, okay, here we go. Yeah. I'm like, this is fucking awesome, man. You're like, yeah, like I don't have to work so hard. I can just trust that these guys are going to be fucking sick. And I just got to come in, lay my shit down, and boom, we got a banger. And it's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So is there anything that we can talk about now for releases coming up?
Yeah, sure. So on the Myiasis side, probably not going to be anything for a little bit. As some people know, we did part ways with our original drummer. So we've been practicing up this new guy here, Philip. We're going to debut him. His first show with us will be this coming Saturday, April 8th, at Starlight there in Edmonton. So once he's all learned up on all the songs we want to do on the album, we'll get back in the studio. We're recording with Greg Wright. I don't know if you know who that is.
Of course.
So,
nice.
Yeah, recording with him. So, yeah, once the new guy's all polished up, I'm hoping to get in maybe May, June, something like that. So, yeah, probably won't see anything from us until, like, I don't know if we release it maybe late summer, early fall, something like that. But, yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. Like, this album's been in the making for, like, fucking, 2-3 years. So it's definitely a labor of love. And, yeah, pretty much every song is just fucking slamming. So we can't wait to get that shit out there. We've had the same 3 songs on Spotify for like 2 years. So time for some new shit. Yeah. But and then, yeah, as far as Sionis, like I said, we're constantly just releasing new shit. So we just released that last single, Vidova, there in, what was that, like last month. So we're already like working on pretty much like the next like 3 or 4 singles are already kind of lined up, so we're just recording those as we go, getting them mixed and mastered, and then just stick to that like 3-month kind of release window just to keep something fresh. So I think we're working on our next song. The code name of it is Techno, but that's not going to be the final name. But so that'll be out in the next couple months here, and then we got a bunch more coming out. And we're trying to like get a video out with each one now too. So like we did have a video come out with Vidova there. So we'll hopefully have a video come out with each single. Time willing and all that stuff. But and then we were talking to our manager, and she was all like, the single thing is good because you always got a fresh song coming out. But she's like, if you're trying to get signed and shit, like labels want like an album, right?
True.
Not even like an EP. Like they want an album to be able to promote, right? So congruently with doing the single thing, we're also going to start trying to write and record an album at the same time. So I don't know, it's been crazy, but whatever, we're having fun with it. So
that's good.
So that's kind of what to expect as far as releases and shit. So
nice. Vidova's that single, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that because I'm curious about how that shoot went and everything for the music video.
Yeah, for sure.
But backpedaling a little bit, the tour you mentioned, is there anything you can take away that was certain memories and like just in general about it, like some stories you got?
We definitely like all learned like some lessons, or I know I did for sure. Like so the first spot was in Edmonton, so we headlined that show, and obviously like it's our hometown. We played last. We wanted to just rip it. So like my thoughts going into the tour were like, I'm going to take it easy like every night just so that I like save, energy for the next day. But, I got up on stage and just like saw like all my friends and everything there. And I was just like, all right, we're fucking giving her. So I just, belted her out. Then we get to Calgary the next day and like it was all good. But again, just so amped up. And then I just fucking gave it my all on that one too. And then, the last day comes, we're in Saskatoon, and like we all pull up to the venue, and it's like me and Lee from Sionis, like we both do vocals, and then Adrian from our last crusade, we all like roll up in there, and we all have like cups of tea and like honey and like fucking cough drops and shit, and we're all like, did you lose your voice too? And he's like, yeah. Like we all had no fucking, I don't know if like it was that we were pushing too hard or maybe we all got sick at the same time or something. I don't know, man. But that last show was rough. Like we were just giving it our all just to like fucking make any sound come out. So it definitely took away the lesson. Like just, you don't gotta go like 110%. So since then, like that was only like a month ago, but since then I've definitely been trying to like find ways to make a big sound while still not straining my voice. I thought I was like, I know how to scream, and like there's always room for improvement, right? So now I've got it like this practice like I just came from Myiasis. We were going for like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And like I was all good, no like getting a horse at the end or anything, or getting headaches or whatever. But so I think I kind of really perfected that like kind of 80% the push, but still get the big sound, and then I'm not fucking cooked after, right?
Totally. So I was gonna say all those bands go full throttle, so you're not the only one.
So fuck yeah. But other than that, like it was fucking sick, so much fun. I don't know. I just want to do it again, man. So
no doubt.
But it was awesome.
And it was 3 shows?
It was originally going to be 4. We were going to have a Red Deer show in there, but something fucked up. We couldn't really get that. But then we did end up making up for it. I think we played a show in Red Deer like a few weeks before the tour ended up. So we still kind of got Red Deer in there. That was awesome.
Fuck yeah, man. And now the Vidova. I'm saying that right. I butcher everything I say.
The fucking like the working title for the longest time, and what I thought was going to be the actual title was Black Widow.
Oh, okay. Wait, it makes sense with the lyrics.
Yes, 100%. But Caleb, our guitar player, he's like obsessed. He's like, no, we can't just use like regular English words. We got it because like on their EP, it's all like Leucothea, Asthenia, like all these like cool Greek sounding names, and he's like, we got to keep that going. And we're like, okay. So I was just like looking up other ways to say like Black Widow and all this shit. So Vidova is like widow in Italian.
Okay.
And I was like, how about this? He's like, yeah, that one works. I'm like, okay, nice. Like it couldn't have just been Black Widow, hey? But
what a nerd. But you know what? I can appreciate that. For sure. It looks cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so that, like it still is widow in a way, just in Italian. It can't sound normal in English. It's gotta be all weird and shit. So whatever, it's all good. But Yep.
How was the video shoot? Did you have a blast?
Yeah, it was good. So our guitar player or rhythm guitar player and vocalist Lee, he's got his own little kind of audio or photography, videography kind of company he's starting called Obscene Studios. He's doing that with his girlfriend Mari. So yeah, they ended up shooting the whole video. Tyson at Starlight there let us use Temple to record a lot of the band shots and stuff, so thank you very much to him. And yeah, so between us all, we all kind of have gathered up like lights and all this shit just over our lives, and so we always kind of threw our equipment together and just kind of made it work. And yeah, we think it turned out really good, like the quality of it and everything. Man. And yeah, they're just doing like a whole bunch of shit, just trying to like throw themselves into anything they can, just with bands and just kind of any alternative kind of stuff. They want to get into burlesque, like fetish shows, like whatever, right. Just kind of weird shit. And they're just kind of slowly building up their portfolio and getting learned up between how to use the cameras and everything and do the editing. And I know Lee's been doing a lot of editing for like other people too. I think he's been editing like a lot of Nate's stuff, Nate Trash and whoever else. So.
And Cole too, because I've worked with Lee, like we've like tag teamed project. Okay. Have you seen Cole Green's cover from Silent Planet?
Yes, yeah.
So I shot that, but I was like, bro, I don't edit the same way that Lee does. So I was like, I've been kind of doing this thing with Lee where it's like I'll send him, like I'll get the video shoots and then send it to him. Like I think it was similar with Terrence. We did a video with Terrence for his August Burns Red Christmas cover.
Oh, okay.
But I think Terrence took a lot of that hands-on too. But anyways, yeah, it's been awesome. So Obscene Productions, shout out.
Yeah, big shout out to them. If you're looking to get any sort of videography, photography done, hit them up. Like I said, they're just kind of starting out, trying to fill up their portfolio. So they'll probably give you like a sweet deal just so they can get their hands on it and
totally.
Yeah, and super fun, awesome people to work with. So yeah, hit them
I've already talked it up to Sabe. I'm like, we've got to work with them for some sort of single.
Yeah,
like, it's such good prices. Like you can't pass up on that.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And like Lee's got a super good eye for certain details and stuff. And yeah, it's just really good guy to work with. So
100%.
Yeah.
So with upcoming releases, do you have any that you know of upcoming shows and tours?
Yeah, so Myiasis, we were actually playing like next fucking weekend, April 8th, Saturday, Starlight Room in Edmonton. We're playing the main stage. It's the Fall of Earth, like the party for their album release.
Nice.
And then we got Stuka is opening up. After us is Magnetic. I think they're from like Regina or something.
Interesting.
And then yeah, Fall of Earth. Juliet Ruin was going to be on the bill too, but I guess their guitar player like dislocated his shoulder or something, so they had to bail out last minute. So that kind of sucks. I was looking super forward to playing with them. Yeah, I've seen them live a lot, and I saw them open up for Ginger. That was a couple years ago. Fucking sweet. So yeah, shout out to Juliet Ruins. Sorry you guys can't make it, but we'll catch up another time. But yeah, so we got that show. It's an all ages show too, so it's like it starts early. I think it starts at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so if you got like kids, teens that are like into heavy music, bring them out, and yeah, they can see some local talent, and maybe we can inspire some of the next generation of little metalheads, little headbangers. Right?
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's that. Myiasis is playing again in Red Deer on April 22nd. It's Proud Dads Promotions like 5th year anniversary show. So it's Hell Squid, Gloctopus, us, and then 21st Agenda is closing that one out. So yeah, that'll be a banging fucking show. I fucking love playing Red Deer, man. Like everybody comes out for everything, and yeah, just super cool crowd down there. So stoked to do that. I think we're also planning something in Calgary for like May 19th, but nothing official yet, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, keep your eyes out for that announcement. And then as far as Sionis goes, we don't really have anything booked in the immediate future. We're trying, I think, get something going for May or June, but yeah, nothing really solid yet. But we are playing Loud as Hell.
Nice.
I think we're on Saturday at like 2:45. So
Knox,
yeah,
dude. That's a huge
I'm
one.
so fucking stoked, man. Like I've never played a festival before, so it's gonna be sick. I'm fucking vibed right out, dude. Yeah, so that'll be fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll be camping out there like that whole weekend. So yeah, come chill, crack some beers, and fuck yeah, looking forward to that. So that's pretty much all we got on the radar right now. Yeah,
for shows and that. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I mean, you just came back from a tour, so it's like.
Yeah, we're trying to like play like at least one show a month, but it was just yeah, I don't know. Nothing really cracked off for April and May for Sionis yet. But anyway, my schedule is going to be filled with Myiasis stuff in the interim. So yeah, as long as those two bands keep just kind of working together and, we don't try and overlap schedules too much, it should be okay. But so far it's been working out great. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's awesome, man. And so that's dope. Like, if anyone hasn't heard of your bands before, check them out, right? You're on all the socials, I assume.
Yeah, so Myiasis, like I said, we only have like a few songs actually released. But yeah, like we're on Spotify, Apple Music. We got Facebook, Instagram. Sionis has a lot of shit released. They even have like their official website, sionisofficial.com. You can get all their links there. We got tons of videos and EPs and all that kind of shit. And
Nice.
so you can pretty much find us anywhere you listen to your music. So
It's dope, dude.
yeah, and then just stay tuned for that Myiasis album coming sometime before Half-Life 3 or something. I don't know, man. I feel like I've been hyping it up for like it's been like a year since we were like supposed to record, but then yeah, like I said, we ended up parting ways with our drummer and stuff, so it's just been kind of one hurdle after another. But I think finally, after we do these April shows and we get Philip all learned up, we'll be ready to rock. And
100%.
yeah, hopefully I won't have to lie anymore and be like, oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming,
Yeah, hyping everybody
Stay tuned. Like, dude, it's been a year, bro. Just release the fucking thing already.
Well, that's what I was going to say. With Myiasis was 2019, you said, formed?
Yeah.
So it's like you got formed and then you had to like wait for COVID to just kind of
exactly. So we kind of got a little bit of momentum going. Then COVID hit and then like we couldn't even like get together and practice. But then after a while we were like, fuck it, we're gonna practice anyway. But yeah, like no one was playing shows or anything like that. So it was just like we just wrote and just kind of putzed around until finally the bands all got lifted, and then we just slowly started doing shit. But yeah, it was tough for fucking everybody, man. Like it was brutal. Like even like I remember Starlight Room, like one of my favorite venues. Even they were like in trouble. They're like, I remember I was like donating them money and stuff, just like no, like all these like venues shutting down and shit. It was just fucking so brutal, man. And it just sucks. There's a lot of venues and stuff around town that have been closed, not necessarily due to COVID, but just in general, like sweet like bars and like fucking like the pawn shop or like Filthy Myiasis and stuff. I think that was all pre-COVID, but we're just like those are like such sick little like punk venues and stuff just to go see local shows at. Like you could just roll up there like on any weekend and there'd be some shit going on,
The station just closed.
Yeah, I heard about that. We were actually that's where the fucking Follower show was gonna be before Starlight. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a month ago they were like, so we got to find a new venue because the fucking station on Jasper closed. We were like, oh fuck, but yeah, luckily we got it together for Starlight. But yeah,
better.
yeah, I'm not complaining about that one. But and I've never played the main stage there, so I'm fucking pumped. So it's gonna be good. But yeah, man. So I don't know. We need a resurgence of new sweet venues to come up here so we can just start banging out some more shows. So
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on a personal level, I'm kind of curious what got you into doing vocals and into heavy music.
Yeah, so growing up, I was in like a very musical household. My dad was just like blasting like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Rush, all that kind of shit when I was a little kid. So I was already getting into, kind of the darker side of rock and roll, And my mom is like a super wicked talented like singer-songwriter, just like self-taught guitar player. Like She's never done anything professionally, but like just like writes her own shit and stuff. But yeah, she's like a phenomenal musician, phenomenal singer. So I just kind of grew up just already just in the midst of all this kind of music stuff. So it's always been a just kind of like a go-to for me. I was always singing songs and fucking around on instruments, and I took piano lessons and stuff when I was a kid. And yeah, and then got into like, junior high school, started experimenting with other stuff, discovered like, kind of Rob Zombie, and then from there, Slipknot, Mudvayne, get into some heavy shit. And yeah, I was just like, there's fucking music that sounds like this, dude. Yeah, just like me and my friends were like 12 years old, just being like, fuck yeah, like Dig, like listening to all that shit, Dig.
So good.
Oh, dude, like insane. So, so I was always kind of into it. And then high school rolled around, and I got into a couple bands. I started off in a ska band, actually,
really?
Singing for a ska band. Yeah, we were called Utopian Skank. And then I got into a metal band, and we were playing like kind of Killswitch Engage, Lamb of God kind of shit. There is actually a video of us playing like our talent show in like 2008 or something. We're like covering Job for a Cowboy and Tune of a Machine. So if you want to check that out one day, yeah, Dark Motto was the band name. It was like a play on words for our drummer. His name was Mark Dotto. Anyway, but yeah, Dark Motto. Look up into a Machine cover.
Well, do you know the link for that video?
Like if you just look up Dark Motto and Tune of a Machine,
it'll post it in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely do it. It's fucking sick. And like we went to like a Catholic high school, so like in the background there's like this cross and shit, and we're just like screaming. And like I remember they held the tryouts for the talent show like in the chapel of the school. And I remember like my religion teacher walking by and just being like, "What the fuck is going on in here?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And then like my math teacher was like, "Well, is there any swearing in it?" We're like, "No." She's like, "Well, what's the song about?" I'm like, "Oh, it's about like machine being entombed, you know?" And she's like, "All right, let her rip," you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was fucking wild, dude. But yeah, so pretty much once I graduated high school, those bands just kind of fizzled out. People moved away and shit. But yeah, so I've just been trying to get a band going ever since then. So yeah, finally just the right circumstances came along, and then Myiasis was born. So
nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me that ska is one of your favorite genres then?
I wouldn't say one of my favorite. It was at a time, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'll get down with some fucking Mad Caddies, Planet Smashers,
nice.
Aquabats, fucking any of that shit.
That's cool, dude.
It's fun, you know. I don't know.
Hell yeah, no, that's interesting. Actually, I would have never have assumed or guessed.
Yeah, no one ever assumes, man. But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, I'm into pretty much fucking anything, man. I'll go from Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake to some fucking, you know, NWA, like 90s hip hop, and then like to metal and rock. Like, I don't know, it's if a song is good, if it makes me want to move and sing, fucking I don't care what genre it is. Totally, right? So
totally. Yeah. What do you have a particular favorite though that is your go-to?
Well, like metal is my go-to for sure, but I'm not like a metal elitist or like, oh, if there's like if there's no screaming in it, then it sucks, or, you know, I don't know. I just love dancing and moving and singing. I don't give a fuck what it is really. So yeah.
Fair enough. Dude, I was that guy in high school, though. I was like, Blink-182 sucks because they don't have any death growls.
Oh, yeah. Like grade 11 and shit. Like, I was, like, listening to, like, Children of Bodom and stuff and just, like Shredders and stuff like that. And, yeah, I was just, like, there was, like, nothing else, you know? Like, if you were listening to pop, like, you were a fucking loser, bro. Yeah. Like, this is the shit. And then, like, once I got older, I'm like, it's so fucking chapped to, like, do that. Like, whatever. Let people like what they like.
Totally.
And, yeah.
Totally. I actually thought you were going to be, like, hip hop, Lady Gaga. That's my favorite. Let's go.
Yeah. I do love me some Lady Gaga, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Very talented.
She's fucking insane, man. Yeah. Professionally taught and just like so like out there. Yeah. I don't know. Love her.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. So you said you dip your toes before the podcast a little bit into like editing. Photo editing, maybe a little bit of that?
Not so much photo editing. Like I do, like I can draw, and I do a little bit of like you know, graphic design kind of stuff. But I've never really done it on like a professional level or trying to put it out there. It's more so just a hobby. But like I did the like logo for Myiasis and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of that, just as needed.
Nice.
I'm definitely not like super good or anything by any means. So, but I do love visual arts. That's always something that interested me. Like I was always the kid doodling in class. Just drawing weird shit, so that's just always something I've just kind of kept up with a little bit. But yeah, it's nothing like I'm trying to pursue professionally to a degree, but it's there.
Yeah.
Same with like writing. Like I do like creative writing, just like writing stories and poems and shit. Like I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place, man. I'm a creator. I just love creating shit. Like I play like Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm usually like always like the DM.
Okay.
Because I'm like I make up the worlds and I make up the campaigns and everything and the stories. I don't know. I just love creating. It's just like makes me feel good just to like think of shit in my brain, get it down there on paper, draw it on paper, whatever, and just like create worlds and create stories and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Super interesting and fun to me. So
I feel like that's almost hand in hand with being a vocalist. You have a little.
You got to tell a story. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
totally. No, that's cool. Do you still kind of do like the whole poems thing, or is that something that just
like usually it ends up like being a song now, just because it's what I do now. But yeah, like when I was younger, I wrote all kinds of poetry or just little stories and just all kinds of shit. Whatever. Yeah.
Was English language arts your favorite class?
I loved, social studies, language arts, or English was like up there for me. Yeah, hate fucking math.
Yeah.
Science was but as soon as you brought math into it, you're losing me. But yeah,
Fair.
so I just love, talking about ideas and stories and shit like that. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Did you grow up in Edmonton?
Kind of, sort of. Like my family and I, we lived in Mill Woods until I was like 7, and then we moved out to Sherwood Park, and then that's pretty much where I grew up and went to school. Yeah.
Bougie.
Yeah. We like moved out to an acreage just a little past Sherwood Park there. So that's basically where I grew up. Went to ABJ High School, Archbishop Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
Graduated 2008. And then kind of moved back to Edmonton, and then was kind of back and forth between home and stuff. I was kind of a little shit once I got out of high school. I got into the party scene a little bit, got a bit of a drug addiction going on, but it was getting pretty bad there for a bit. But then in start 2011, I went to rehab, Pound Makers out in St. Albert there.
Okay, yeah.
And went there for 91 days. I had this 91-day, 3-month program there, so did that, and it was the best fucking thing I could have done. And since then just been doing good and focusing on not being a big piece of shit and doing what I love, doing what fills my soul that isn't drugs and shit, right? Like I was just filling my soul with that, but it wasn't really what was making me happy. It was just like a distraction, right? Or just like an addiction, I guess. But now I'm so full of music and art and all this other stuff that I don't even have time for that shit. You know what I mean? I don't even think about it. Yeah. So yeah, it's good.
Interesting, dude.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that you'd say that to almost anyone that was listening, like if you have something you struggle with, like to go and get some help.
Absolutely,
to reach
man.
out if you need, right?
Yeah, like I said, it was the best thing I could have done. At first, it wasn't really like my idea. It was like my family had enough of my shit, and I had nowhere else to go. And they were like, the only way we're fucking standing by you is if you go and get some fucking help now. Like I was fucking up my job, fucking up my schooling, fucking up everything. Just
Did it take you a little bit to go too, or you fuck?
I think there was a month kind of where I was just fucking sitting at home, just being a big fucking piece of shit. And then, finally, my ADAC counselor or whatever that they linked me up with was well, there's an opening at this place. Do you want to go? And then it was just okay, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And for the first kind of week I was there, it was holy fuck, there was such fucked up people there, but I was obviously a fucked up person too, but it was just really put in perspective. I'm dude, I don't even have that bad of a life. I fucking live in Sherwood Park with my fucking loving, supportive family. What the fuck do I have to be this big of a piece of shit about? There were people in there that their lives were fucked, and it's I can totally see why these people are on drugs. I'm what the fuck is my excuse, right?
Yeah.
So I was I finally was just you know what, I'm here, let's fucking actually do the work and try and better myself. There were people in there on court orders, and they were there for just as long as me, but you can just go through the motions and then just come right back out of it and be okay, well, that was a big fucking waste of time,
oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you go in there and you want it and you do the work, it saved my life, man. I'd probably be dead or in jail or homeless or something if I didn't go there. So
Interesting.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was bad, man. I was getting high every fucking day. Cocaine was my drug of choice. But yeah, by the end, I was doing fucking anything, man. Crystal meth, whatever I could get my hands on. It was bad. I was on a fast course to, kill myself, basically. So.
God, I am so glad you changed it around. You turned your life into a different
course. And that's my life is so fucking awesome now. Like I said, I'm just doing all the shit that I just love and meeting awesome people and in the metal scene and just whatever, just meeting them awesome bands, awesome people, and just I don't know. My life is super full. My heart is full. My soul is full. So I don't even have time for that shit. It's just fucking, what was I doing, man?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I regret is I was wasting so much time. I could have been doing the shit that I love way earlier, but I was fucking around partying and thinking I was this cool fucking druggy guy. It's just you look back when you were thinking you're all cool and shit, and I'm oh, just cringe me the fuck out, bro. Oh. Facebook memories comes up and I'm posting some shitty rap lyrics in my status, and I'm get the fuck out of here, bro.
See, that's the shit you gotta be sharing, Beau.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Just brutal, hey. But yeah, whatever, man. Like I said, I'm not even fucking looking back. It's just loving life now. Just keep
Totally.
moving forward. Yeah.
And like I said, like I'm glad that you did, because I'm glad to have met you and you know, have your support and be a good friend with. You know.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've come a long ways. It sounds like.
I have, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a journey, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Hell yeah, man. So on that lovely note, do you have any goals for this year? Maybe for the next coming year? I know it's kind of early to say for 2024, but you know, like you got anything kind of streamlined that you're kind of putting your focus on? Like, hey, I got to get this done. It could be personal. It could be music.
Yeah, yeah. Well, obviously music. Get that fucking Myiasis album out. I know it's not really a personal goal, but it's a goal of mine that I share with the rest of the band. So that's probably priority one. So we can stop talking about it already. Fuck, what else? I think just focus on the bands, man. Like, we got so much momentum going, and I just don't want to lose that. I just want to just keep going, chugging along, writing, recording, whatever the fuck we got to do. Just keep building that fan base up, keep playing, you know, as many shows as we can, and getting in people's faces. And, yeah, so that's kind of my number one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess number two, I've been putting on a little bit of weight, so kind of want to get that under control. So fitness, getting back into some fitness. I've been kind of doing martial arts on and off like my whole life.
Cool.
I used to do karate and some like kung fu and stuff, so I started getting back into that for the last couple of years. But then once I started doing the 2-band thing, like my schedule just been so busy. Right. I've been haven't really gone back. Sorry, Sifu, if you're listening, but yeah, it's just been crazy, man. So like any like spare time I have, I literally just like lay on my couch and like watch TV and just be like, you know, and then it's like back to practice, back to work, back to whatever. So, but yeah, I think I gotta step it up and at least maybe start running again or something. But
totally,
yeah, getting a little heavy. So yeah, that's one of my goals for sure. Get that under control. Gotta get that summer bod going. Yeah, fuck, I don't know what else, man. Just I've never really been like a huge goal, like I need to accomplish this task by this kind of. I'm just I don't know. I guess I just kind of just keep doing what makes me feel good, as long as it's a positive thing. Right. And that usually just gets me where I'm going anyway. Like, as long as I just stay up with the music, keep writing, keep rehearsing, practicing, that just gets me to where I want to be anyway. So yeah, just stay focused on the grind, I guess, you know. So
I can see you in jiu-jitsu, you know, getting some submissions in.
Yeah, dude. I used to like teach like kung fu and Chinese kickboxing back when I was in high school.
Man.
And then like obviously got into drugs and probably fucked that all up. Yeah, but then it was kind of weird. A couple of years ago, I saw one of my friends, Nick. He like posted some pictures on Facebook of him doing kung fu, and I was like, "Oh, dude, like, where are you taking that?" And he was like, "Oh, Silum." I was like, "Silum." I was like, "That's where I fucking went, like, back in high school." Yeah, I was like, "What the?" I was like, "They're still going, man." That's cool. Different teacher now, but the Sifu Mike Johnson there actually learned from my Sifu Carroll. So I don't know. I like messaged him and I was like, "Hey, I used to learn from Sifu Carroll. Can I come check it out?" He was like, "Yeah, by all means, man." So I went back and it's like all the same style and everything that I like used to know. So it was like super fucking cool. Yeah. So if anyone wants to get into some kung fu, we're in the West End here, like 156th Street, 105th Ave, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. So first class is free if you want to do some kicking and punching and mind, body, spirit. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah. Does it come with some of that too, with the meditating or anything, or?
Yeah, we do meditation. Yeah, it's not just like kicking and punching and stuff. My favorite part of it is like the forms. I don't know, when you see someone do like a long like routine of like movements that you like memorize. Like that's my favorite part of it.
Cool.
I don't like fighting. I like hate violence and shit, which is kind of weird because I'm a metal vocalist. But yeah. So I've never been into like the whole sparring and stuff. I just love the discipline and I've never really been into like team sports or anything. Like as a kid, never. Even now, like, oh, come and watch the game, like watch hockey, like no interest whatsoever. I do not fucking enjoy sports at all. But the thing I liked about martial arts was that like it's not really a team and you're not really trying to like win. Like there are tournaments and stuff, but it's more so just about yourself. Like you're just competing against yourself. Can I be better than who I was yesterday? Stronger, faster, calmer, more in control, whatever. So that's what I like about it.
I like that too. The way you're talking about it, I'm like, that sounds like something I'd be into.
Yeah, no, it's super sick. Yeah.
Hell
You can make it about like other things, but that's how I internalize it, right? Yeah. So
right. Is that all you did for martial arts?
yeah, well, like when I was super young, I did some karate, which is pretty similar. It's a Japanese versus a Chinese version of pretty much the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. Nice, man. That's fucking awesome. Seriously, I would have no idea about that from you.
Yeah, no, it's random as fuck, but yeah, I really enjoy it. So
nice, man.
And I need to go back. Sifu. I'm coming back soon. I promise.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
We have it. It's recorded.
Yeah, I got to now.
Yeah, that's badass, man. So, for both bands, then, are you trying to do like full albums then, or maybe an album with one and then an EP with another? Like,
yeah. So Myiasis is definitely an album. It's gonna be 8 tracks, I think is the plan right now. We have like written new music since like we've gotten the new drummer and stuff, but it's sounding like kind of different. So I think we just want to keep that album where it is, and then we'll do a new release with the new material, because we're kind of going in, I don't want to say a different direction, but it's just a little different enough that like it wouldn't be cohesive on that same release.
Right.
Because that's like kind of the Brett era stuff, and then we're gonna be moving into the Philip era. And it's not just because of the drummers, like even like Warren's just you know, your sound evolves over time. Like the riffs he's writing now don't really sound the same as those other ones, so they still sound sick and heavy as fuck though, so don't worry.
Nice.
But yeah, so that album is kind of, that's gonna be that. And then like I said with Sionis, we are still kind of just doing the like single every 3 months, but we are trying to piece together an album as well to release. So yeah, it's kind of tricky, because we have like a big back catalog of songs. Like I think they have like 20 fucking songs that they like haven't released yet.
Wow.
And so we've kind of just been going through that, seeing what we can use from there. And there are some that are like, you know, when you release a single, you want it to be like a banger, right? But so there's some that in their back catalog there that are like, you know, slower, groovier songs, or more, you know, kind of atmospheric. And so those we think would be a better fit for the album, because we still want to release them. They spend a lot of time writing them, so, but not necessarily single material.
Gotcha.
So kind of going through that, piecing all that together. Yeah, no idea when the fuck to expect that though. So yeah, like I said, just every 3 months we're gonna be still hitting that single thing. But yeah, album could be in a few months, could be like a year. I don't know. We're just kind of piecing it together.
Yeah,
so,
playing it by ear. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I mean, it sounds like you've got somewhat of a plan going for both of them. So
yeah. So yeah, everything's moving. Gears are turning. Shit's happening. So
nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a band manager for both bands?
Just Sionis. We deal with Celestia, the Celestia agency. I don't know, but Myiasis, we've just been doing our own thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that agency, but that's cool.
Oh, I think she lives in Calgary, if I'm not mistaken, and she manages other like Osiren. Have you heard of that band?
Of course, yeah.
She manages them.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's been super helpful, a super wicked asset to have.
No doubt.
Yeah, she's been in the kind of metal, whatever, rock scene for a while, managing bands and stuff. So. Yeah, she knows what she's doing, and
I would say Osiren landed on that like 70,000
tons. Yeah, she was like she went there to go see them on that cruise. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, she kept like sending us videos and stuff, and we're like, fuck, that looks so sick.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
she's like, maybe you guys can eventually get on here, and we're like, oh fuck yeah, I won't say no to that.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but yeah, so Myiasis, we just kind of do our own thing. Since I am in both bands, I've kind of like use some shit that I've learned from Sionis now to make Myiasis better.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like,
and probably vice versa too. Like there's probably things that you've taken from Myiasis that you.
Yeah, like both the bands do things very fucking differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have definitely taken, you know, things that I like from each one and try to mold them into each other. Yeah, for Myiasis especially, just like having a way more kind of thought out like schedule or kind of like goals and shit like that. Like Sionis is very like, we have a list of like short-term goals, long-term goals, and we're like constantly looking at it and trying to like move down this like schedule kind of.
Cool.
And I really love that, because in Myiasis we can kind of just get caught up in just, okay, like we're practicing, we're playing the odd show, but then we kind of just get complacent with it. But I think for us to actually, you know, grow to where I want us to be, we got to stay on top of our shit and kind of Like, it doesn't have to seem like it's a chore, but we have to have some sort of direction, right? So I've just been kind of trying to push us in that direction a little bit more, and everyone seems to be receptive to it. We all want the same thing, but I know some of them just aren't really used to, having like a schedule or something. But anyway, whatever. People are getting used to it. So.
Totally. And we kind of chatted a little bit before the podcast about like your corpse paint and that. Like, so not so much in regards to that, because I know you don't do that too much anymore, but is that band going to have any more, like, are you guys going to start maybe doing an outfit thing or no?
I mean, I would fucking love that. But, like I was saying to you, like, I got brought up with, like, the mud veins, the Slipknots, the mushroom heads. Like, all those guys are always weird as fuck looking. So I kind of love that aesthetic. So anytime I try and go up on stage, I just want to look weird. I haven't really done the corpse paint much, but I've been doing this kind of, like, black kind of face paint stuff almost every show. Sometimes some like colored contacts or like wearing some like spiky shit. I don't know. I just like to look like a fucking weirdo. I know. I just make a statement when I'm on stage. I know Sionis, we've been kind of talking about having like band. I know Lee has gotten like a fucking like a costume kind of he's been wearing.
Totally.
I think we were trying to at one time like coordinate some kind of like color, like everyone was a color. I don't know. We're definitely trying to like do something. And I know in Myiasis, I don't know. Sometimes the guys are like, "Oh, like I should do face paint too," because everyone always like says Beau's awesome when he wears it. But so far, no one's actually done it yet. But yeah, who knows, man? I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. If anyone else wants to hop on, and like they're more than welcome. But yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I personally really enjoyed your corpse paint. I thought that was sick. That was so cool. It's so unique because like for the music you guys are playing, I was like, I'm not used to this. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I just like fucking being a weirdo, man. I just like being silly and
people appreciate it. Like you said, they were saying, "Whoa, Beau looks pretty cool."
Yeah, everyone's always like, "Oh, you look fucking sick," and I don't know. I like to hear that. So
of course, did you do it yourself too?
My girlfriend Megan has actually done all my makeup. She's trying to get me trained to like do it myself now. So when I'm like touring and stuff, I can do it. So I think she just recently bought me like a bunch of my own makeup and stuff, and she's gonna start showing me. But yeah, for the time being, she's doing it. She's been doing a hell of a job. So yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Megan. Love you.
Yeah, amazing job. Yeah, every time I see you with the paint on, I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it like gets people amped up, right? Like, oh, like I walk out on stage, everyone's just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, this is gonna be insane. And then I just start screaming, and everyone's like, holy shit, yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I don't know. It's
At least in Myiasis, you guys are like, for the most part, wearing all black. And it's kind of like coordinated that way. It looks like it anyways. I mean, the stage is pretty dark.
I think it's just we just wear black just in general. I don't think it's like a coordinated thing.
Yeah. It's funny though because it looks.
But
like
I know Caleb in Sionis, he like hates like wearing black. Like he's like, no, like it's the most boring fucking like look. So he's like everything's got to be colorful. Like I don't hate color, but I love black.
Yeah.
So
trust.
Anyway, I'm like, if you like find me a fucking colored outfit you want me to wear, I'll fucking wear it, bro. But I ain't going out of my way to like find it, you know?
It would be cool if you guys like, I don't know about the whole like get up that Caleb does, but the color coordination, because he's like all red, right? Like he kind of goes.
He's got that fucking maroon fucking suit.
It's cool. It's cool. Like if you guys were like, if one of you was like purple and then like.
Yeah, I think Lee's trying to go for like a red thing, I think. So, I don't know. Like, whatever. We can figure it out. But
totally.
Yeah, until someone tells me any different, I'm wearing black, okay? Yeah.
I was going to say, you just figured it out on the podcast. They're going to be like, bro, we are not doing that.
Yeah. Let's hash it out here. They'll be cool with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. No, sweet. Seriously, those both projects, if you haven't checked it out already, you got to check them out because, I mean, the local scene is just popping right now. We were talking about that again before the podcast, you know? Like,
yeah, absolutely. I'm fucking loving the scene, the Edmonton metal scene here, and getting a little bit more in tune with like the Calgary Red Deer scenes and stuff. And yeah, like most of it has just been super positive. Everyone is super nice and pumped and just wants to support everybody, and I fucking love that, man. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really have much experience in the metal scene here until like we started Myiasis in whatever 2018, 2019. Before that, I was like more kind of in the like hardcore punk scene, and then a little bit different. I won't really go into too much detail there. But the metal scene, it's like night and day, man. Like everyone is just super stoked and happy to be there and supporting everyone, sharing everybody's shit, and yeah it's just it's been awesome. So I've met some incredible people just in these last few years here. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Hell yeah, man. I was gonna say some of the people you affiliate with too. Like I've noticed they're fucking one of a kind.
Oh yeah,
Special. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
yeah.
Seriously.
No, I definitely got some eccentric fucking people in my friend group there. But yeah, no, I love it, man. Wouldn't have it any other way. The fucking weirder and sillier and whatever, the better. That's me. That's, I don't know. That's just my whole thing, man. I just love. I don't take myself too seriously. Like, I just like being a big fucking goofball, man, and just having fun. So people who start like putting their nose up in the air about shit, they're like starting to get like a bit of an attitude, and like, fuck, I don't have time for that, man.
Totally.
Like, I just want.
You don't come off as that.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I try very hard not to be like that. Like, I don't know, man. I just want everyone to be having a good time, everyone to have fun. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. Let's just fucking love and peace and fucking good times, man. Yeah.
Totally. That tour that you guys went on, is that the first time like you went on a tour
Yeah.
to that level? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, it was definitely, like I said, I did learn some lessons, right? Because I'm just, you play one show and boom, you're not playing another one for like a month or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You got lots of time to get your shit back together. Not that I was like blowing my voice out after every show or anything. Like, it'd be good, but just like doing that like 3 back to back, you definitely have to approach it a bit of a different way and not fucking just overdo it. Not even that I was overdoing, man. I don't know. It was just I had to just like dial some shit back in a bit and just kind of just be a little bit more in control.
Hone it in,
and just tweak things a little bit, do things a little bit differently, just so that I'm not fucking myself over for the next day. And I was also like getting real drunk after every show too, and like yelling and like watching the other bands, so that probably didn't help either, man. So yeah, just leave it at a few drinks and go to bed at a decent time. That probably would help a lot too. So yeah, it was just a lot of so just kind of tweaked my screaming a little bit, like I said, figured out a different way to just kind of get some more longevity out of my pipes. And then maybe just not get fucking pissed after every show on the tour.
But I'm sure that helped with the experience a bit. Like, I'm sure you enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, like I said, it was so fun, and like I said, we headlined that show in Edmonton, and so obviously that was our hometown show. That was awesome. And then Calgary, like the place was fucking packed, and it was just vibing, man. So like, yeah, obviously you're gonna fucking party there too. So yeah, it was just a perfect storm of whatever, but. Whatever. It was all fun. We pulled it together. We did the thing.
That band, Our Last Crusade, was like started out like near my hometown, like near Tofield, Riley
really?
area. Yeah, because I remember their vocalist at the time was like going to like Riley school.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like
I knew they'd like been around for a while. I don't really know much of the history on them though.
Long time.
Crazy.
In 2009, they released their first like EP. I have it somewhere. I have it here. Yeah, I messaged Brady and I was like, "Yo, can I like?"
So when did like Adrian?
Brody? I don't want to say it wrong.
I don't know.
Anyways,
you got me second guessing now. I don't know, dude. Fuck.
But I messaged him and I was like, "Do you guys still have any copies of that first EP?" Like, I was a huge fanboy of it at the time. He's like, "Yeah, we still have some laying around. Send me a copy." I sent him some money and he sent me a couple stickers with it, and I was like, it's on the laptop now. Like, hell yeah, man. Like, that's so cool. That's genuine. That going the extra mile, Like,
yeah.
that means a lot. But yeah, where I'm going with this is like they went from there and now they're Calgary based, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I figured as soon as you guys would play Calgary, I was like, well, it's probably gonna be a packed show because they've been around for a minute.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. And their like latest record they put out there, Death Wins, fucking sick. I do a little feature on that, by the way.
Yes.
Check out Deathbound. I do some guest vocals in there. But yeah, like shit just fucking crushes, man. And that video they put out for Void Cult or whatever, like Adrian shot all that himself, and it's so like fucking creepy and shit. Oh my god, yeah, like they're fucking dope, man. Like top tier band for sure.
Yeah.
And they're from like right here in Alberta, baby. Yeah. So it was an honor to tour with them, and yeah, they're all super fun, awesome guys, and yeah.
And who else was on that tour?
Alien to the Ignorant was the other like main part of it.
Nice.
So it was like we each headlined in our own hometown. So they headlined in Saskatoon, and then we just had like a local opener in each one, right?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But
it was the three of you throughout the
whole thing,
okay,
yeah. And they were fucking sick, dude. I never really heard of them
right
before. I know Exits toured with them a while back, so like I kind of knew the name, but I'd never really like heard of them or anything. But yeah, they were fucking sick, man. And like they kind of gave me like a System of a Down kind of vibe. Not so much their music, but they had all these like goofy kind of like interludes and shit. Oh, like just, and they just knew how to like hype the crowd up and stuff, and just like slamming breakdowns and shit. And then they just like come in with like this goofy little part, like I don't like super entertaining to watch, and super funny, goofy guys. Like yeah,
for a 3-piece.
Yeah, no, like
Crazy.
big, huge sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just all around sick people, sick shows. Yeah, awesome stuff. So.
Yeah, it probably feels kind of crazy to be like playing all these shows with like bands that have been doing it for a while, hey? Because I mean, technically, it just sounds like you've been taking it seriously since 2019.
Yeah, well, we didn't even like Myiasis didn't play their first show. Like we started in 2019, but and then COVID hit and blah 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 blah. We didn't even play our first show until holy fuck, December of 21.
Was that the one? Is that the one?
That's the one you saw when we had the corpse paint. That was in
Really?
21, wasn't it?
That was
our first show. Yeah, I remember we came out and just laid that shit down, and everyone was like, "No fucking way! What even was that, man?" Like, I remember Sionis, like they headline before I joined them, and like Josh, their singer at the time, like came up to me, he's like, "Man, you guys should have fucking headlined." You know what I mean? Like that was fucking insane. Like no one knew what to expect really. Like they were like, "Oh, you guys can open," like when we were planning out the show, and like obviously we're just starting out. It was like awesome. We were just happy to be there, and then we just laid that shit down, and everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?" Yeah,
that was sick, dude.
I remember as soon as I got up on the stage, I was just like, "Everyone, get the fuck out of your seats!" And like literally the whole barman was like, "Oh my god, like holy fuck, we're getting up for this shit." Yeah, it was so sick, man. Yeah, I've pretty much been riding that high just ever since, and it just keeps getting better and better.
That's good, man. Yeah, that was a really mind-boggling show. Just like all the bands that were part of that bill too. Like
Scarlet Serenity and Our Last Crusade.
Yeah,
were there too. Yeah, everyone fucking slayed it. And then I remember like just Brett Warren, Colin, and I were just like vibing so hard after, just like hugging each other, like, "Oh, that was so good! Like everyone loves us." Oh, yeah, you know what I mean?
Nerds.
Yeah,
but it's good.
I felt like fucking high as fuck, probably for like 3 months after that. You know what I mean? Just like reliving that over and over in my head. Yeah, just off the energy. I was just like, fuck, that was the sickest shit. I want to do it again. Yeah. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, you guys killed it. Seriously.
Yeah, it was awesome. Even like Greg Wright was doing sound too, and he was like, "That was your guys' first fucking show." He's like, "You guys were so tight." Yeah.
I mean, like, it makes sense with the others because like they've all played a million.
Yeah, like all the other guys in the band were in Exits, right? So no one knows, like they've been a hardcore punk band in Edmonton since like fucking 2007 or so. Like I don't even know, like long ass fucking time, right? Yeah. So like they're all super like professional. Well, I don't want to say professional. If you know them, they're like anything but professional. but no, like they got their shit on lock, like super fucking talented musicians, and obviously used to playing shows. They've been touring and across the states and everything. So yeah, it was a very good vibe to just go into with them, just because I obviously hadn't really played any shows since like high school when I was in like high school bands. So obviously I was like super nervous to do it, but like they were all just so chill and like, "Oh, let's just fucking do it. Let's get up
like
there."
It came off.
Yeah, and so then I was like, "Well, you guys aren't nervous, and fucking, I'm not gonna be nervous. Fuck it, let's just get up there and kill this shit." So
they have Clint and Warren have like a different kind of energy. Like it's like.
Or Colin and Warren?
There's Colin, sorry.
Yeah.
Did I say Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, I got another person stuck in my head.
No,
okay, Colin.
Yeah.
They have a different kind of
energy.
energy.
Oh my god, they're the sickest guys to play live shows with, man. Like they just fucking go off. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness. Like, how are you doing that right now? Like,
I think
you're playing your instrument and just like
I think Exits played Sled Island last summer, and there's like this video from their show, and Colin is going so fucking insane. It's like I don't even know how a person moves like that, but yeah, we were like sharing it around everywhere, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Yeah, no, the dude is insane, and like Warren too. Like their energy is just fucking like next to none, and it just makes us look really awesome, right? Like I move around, but I try and be like just more like creepy, like intimidating guy.
Yes,
like step up on the monitor and just
yeah.
And then meanwhile they're like windmilling and spiraling around behind me. It looks like we got some fucking like mad circus going on or something. Oh, it's fucking sick. I love it. Yeah,
it's the whole like there's levels to this.
Hell yeah. There's depth.
Guys, they portray it like it's like the pros. You know what I mean? Like it's just. You'd have no idea that it was like you guys, exactly, were opening that show. If you were coming in late, you'd be like, "Is this the fucking headliner?"
Yeah, no, we definitely have fun with it, man. But that's what it's all about, dude. Like, I don't know, I see some bands go up there and they just like stand there and play, like, and it could be like the most impressive technical fucking music, And it's like, okay, well, I can just listen to that like on Spotify. Like, I didn't need to come see that if you just weren't gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when you go see someone, you want to see a performance, right?
I agree entirely. Oh, trust. There's been like many heartbreaks of going to see shows, and it's not even like local. It's like bands that you grew up loving.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh.
And they just walk up on stage and just like fucking.
Yeah.
And it's just them the whole fucking time, like not even moving or like looking at you or anything, and then they're just like, okay, thank you, and like walk off.
And I get some of it. Like if it's technical, I get like, okay, you need to be focused, but there's still like
there's got to be a time where you're like fucking breaking that shit down, you know?
Totally. Yeah, move it. Oh wow, my theme song went off.
Oh shit, we're at the end here,
yeah,
eh?
We're getting close to it. I thought I had that muted. That's gonna play through. Wow, we're not at the end, but like we're getting pretty close. I guess.
Shit. Oh, that went by fast, dude.
It's
What the fuck.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, eh?
Exactly. No, that's sweet, man. Okay, well, we will end it with just more of a. If you want to share your personal socials, you can. You can share back to like your band stuff and that too, and anything else that you might be affiliated with.
Yeah, so I kind of brand myself as like Beau Danger for those of you who know me. So I have like my own YouTube channel. I got like vocal cover videos and just like live footage from the bands and stuff up there if you want to check that out. And yeah, I'm just Beau Danger Williamson on Facebook. And then I think all the band stuff, like Myiasis Band or Myiasis Band 780 or something, like on Facebook, Instagram. I think we even have a Twitter, but like we don't fuck about anything on there, so you can leave that one alone. And then Sionis, like I said, we got an official website, sionisofficial.com. And again, like all the bands you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all that stuff. So yeah, check it out. If you like new metal revival, you like metalcore, you like some vocal covers, you can check my shit out. Yeah, that's pretty much
Dude,
it.
that's sick. You have a YouTube channel that's just you doing vocal
Yeah,
covers?
I haven't done anything in a while, but like it's kind of all over the place, man. I like have like a bunch of Slipknot stuff, Korn. My like Freak on a Leash cover got shared around. They had it on like Catatonic Use.
Really?
My like part were like boom, da da boom. Oh, dude, you got to check it out, man. Yeah, it was getting passed around for a while there, but yeah, I was doing a lot of them like a couple of years ago, but I really want to get back into doing it again. It's just again trying to find that time, but. Yeah, I've been seeing all these other fucking sweet fucking people posting all these vocal cover videos lately, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out there and do that shit again. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm sure you will too. Like,
yeah,
I'm waiting to see what comes out next.
Yeah, we'll see what I got going on. So
both bands and yourself again. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for hopping on, dude.
Yeah,
Really
thanks for having me,
appreciate
man. It was sick.
Beau, Sionis, Myiasis, check them out. And thank you again for checking out the podcast. An hour at the house.
Peace.